Okay, so back when I was like 14 years old, my parents sent my brothers and I to live in Mexico with my grandma and cousins, whom I didn't know much about. I had very vague memories of visiting them in the past, but that's about it. I'm not exactly sure why my parents sent us there. It might have been a financial issue, or maybe they didn't want us around. Don't know, don't care. The only thing I knew about Mexico was that it was a place we went to during summer vacation. Our relatives lived there, and people spoke Spanish. I was obviously a little bummed out. I was leaving all of my friends behind, especially Emily, with all of those savages whom I talk about in the video about my childhood. Go check it out. Link below. Anyways, now that you know the context as to what led to us living in Mexico, let's continue. So it's July. My dad drove us all the way to my grandma's house in Mexico, hauling a trailer full of our stuff, and then left a week later. We spent our entire summer vacation getting to know them. Let me describe them for a bit of context. There's my grandma, chain smoker, mid-60s, smells rancid like cigarettes and booty 24/7, and definitely not pleasant to be around. Kinda like those moody, uber superstitious people who have seen some things and then feel the need to ramble about their experiences constantly. And if you don't agree with her, then you're basically the worst person to ever live. And then there's my two cousins. Both of them are siblings. I think they lived with her their entire lives or something, I don't really know. Anyways, they're not important to this story. So now it's August or September, I don't know. But yeah, first day of school. I'm excited and nervous as hell, but super optimistic. New country, new school, and excited to make new friends. Oh, and my brother was also going to the same school, just different class because he was a grade below me. So that was also cool. Having a familiar face around would help relieve some anxiety. The second we walked through those gates, all eyes were on us, man. I was like,
you lost or something?
oh my god, steroids.
Who are you?
What do you mean? It's the first day of school, isn't it?
I know everyone and everything in this town, and I've never seen you before.
Okay. You freak. We walked over to the posters where we find our homeroom class, but we didn't find our names.
You're from a different country, ain't ya?
We from America!
Ugh. Follow me.
He took us to the student services office to get us assigned to a class. See, the way things are in Mexico is, the class you're assigned to is the class you're stuck with until you graduate, meaning you are stuck with the same kids for like 3 years or something. Anyways, boring paperwork and other stuff aside, he took me to my class, which was already in session by the way.
Hey, teach. We got another one for you here. American.
The moment he said American, everyone turned to look at me like I was an alien or something. Hey.
Nice to have an American in the class. Why don't you introduce yourself to the class in English for us, please?
Hola a todos. Me llamo Brian. Vengo de los Estados Unidos y tengo 14 años. Me gusta jugar videojuegos y comer tacos. Okay, I know I just spoke Spanish, but I reversed the languages for you guys so you can experience what they probably felt like hearing English from a native speaker. It was probably the first time they heard English from a native speaker now that I think about it. When the class ended, I was rushed with questions by curious students until the day was over. So yeah, cool first day, aside from two weirdos. The entire week went by basically the same, getting harassed with questions from kids all over the school about what the US was like. But the next week, everyone in the entire school knew who we were. It was a small school of like 200 or 300 students who all knew each other, mind you, so rumors spread really quickly. Apparently there was a rumor going around that people thought we were rich or something because we were wearing Chucks. I thought this was stupid until I noticed people were wearing off-brand Chucks, and I was told how expensive the originals are in Mexico at the time. And some of their uniforms looked really worn out. This made me realize they probably weren't well off, which is why I thought their theories were reasonable. Seeing this new guy walking around with a portable CD player wearing a new uniform and shoes they all wanted to have. Which was bad for me because the prefect basically painted a target on me for bullies the moment he introduced me as an American.
You're just imagining things. Don't be so paranoid.
Nah man, I was right. The second week of school, some of the guys in the class were scoping me out, seeing if I was a wuss or something. But these guys were nothing compared to the bullies I had back in my street in Los Angeles. You see, not just anyone can bully, it takes skill, like a fine art. A real bully will mentally torment you, breaking you before actually beating you. It makes you an easier prey. These guys, though, was more like teasing, and their attempts at mental abuse were laughable. Hey, how you guys doing? Being treated right at home? You're not being abused or anything? Well, if you guys need some drawing lessons, let me know, cause your drawing skills are trash! I mean, you didn't even draw hands, and you completely forgot to draw a neck. I mean, come on, get your anatomy right, guys. Now before I continue, let me make this clear. I'm no Casanova or Chris Hemsworth type of guy, nor have I ever been full of myself or something, so I was not used to getting attention from girls, like, at all. Ever. None. In fact, I thought girls saw me as that one weird, quiet guy that's always drawing aliens and knights. But for some reason, the way I handled bullying got the attention of a lot of girls in my class. I don't know if it was because I didn't let the bullying get to me, or because I was always helpful to everyone with their English work, even if they had previously teased me or something. I don't know. But all the girls in the class became my friends, and they were so helpful because, you know, I was able to speak Spanish fluently, but reading is a completely different thing. Some of the letters make different sounds I wasn't even aware of. So yeah, a few weeks later, I got to class one day. Then I sat down and I saw a folded piece of paper on my desk. I thought it was someone's work from a different class, so I opened it and it was a letter for me!
Dear Brian, you don't know me, but I see you every day smiling confidently at your bullies as they tease you, and I really admire that. You seem like a really nice guy, so I attached a candy that is famous here in Mexico. You probably haven't noticed it because it's very small and usually out of sight in the lunch stall, but it's really good. I hope you like it. Sincerely, your secret admirer.
Yeah, I actually made that face. I didn't know how to react. It was the first time something like that ever happened to me. Who was this girl? Why didn't she just talk to me? Is she in this class? I'm sure I've spoken to everyone here and none of them seem interested in me. Wait, could this be a trick by a bully? Get my defenses down and strike when I least expect it? Yeah, that could be it. Have I finally come across a formidable opponent? Play with my emotions. Well played, sir, but not today. I'll just put this away and play along just in case you're watching me now. Yeah, all the teasing made me that paranoid. I was sure that if this was a talented bully, he would probably be watching me a lot, so I made sure to read the letter again and then eat the candy and look all happy and stuff. The candy was actually good, so I didn't fake that expression. It was a little spicy tamarind-coated candy ball with sweet, chewy strawberry center. I wish I could remember the name to tell you guys because it was actually really good. Anyways, the next day, before I walked into class, I was stopped by a girl I never met before.
Hi there! My friend really likes you, but she is too nervous to see you face to face. So, she sent me! She sent you this.
Is the girl who wrote this you?
You're funny. Can you give this to your brother for me?
Sure. Oh wait, he's over there, let me call him. Hey! Lancel, get over here. I guess that rolls out the bully theory. So I just sat down on my desk and read today's letter.
Dear Brian, I am so happy you really liked the candy I gave you yesterday.
What the hell? She was actually looking at me?
You always wear black clothes, so I'm taking a guess here and say you really like chocolate.
Oh, she's good.
So I included my favorite chocolate bar. I hope you like it. And I'm sorry for having my friend give this to you, but when I see you, I get really happy, but so nervous at the same time. So I don't want to make my fool of myself. You don't seem like the other guys here at school. You are always by yourself, yet you help people a lot, despite being teased by some of the people you help. I really like that. I want to meet you, but I'm afraid I will disappoint you. P.S. When is your birthday?
She ended the letter with a question, which meant she wanted a response.
Hey Brian, why didn't she just ask for your phone number and text you or something?
It's 2004, who even had a cell phone? And internet? Don't even get me started on the internet back then. The only way to connect to that thing was by unplugging the landline and connecting it to a computer. Not that I actually had access to one in Mexico in the first place because they were expensive as shit. Oh wait, advertiser friendly. So, communication was restricted to either phone calls, letters, or just talking in person. And my grandma guarded the house phone like her life depended on it or something, so that wasn't an option. Yeah, I was pretty much in the dark in regards to communication with anyone that wasn't in a close proximity. I wasn't confident in my Spanish writing ability and I didn't want to ask a classmate to reply for me, so during lunch, I stalked the girl that gave me the letter. My logic was, the girl who wrote this letter is her friend. Therefore, they probably eat lunch together, so I'm bound to see who wrote this letter even if I didn't know exactly who it was. I followed her over to the lunch stall, all Assassin's Creed-like and everything. Then I followed her over to a secluded area of the school where she joined a group of 5 girls. I hid behind a tree to scope each of them out. They were all really pretty. But one of them really got my attention. She was slender with dark eyes and wavy long black hair. I noticed her school bag on the floor had a Slipknot patch, my favorite band. Seeing that, I really nerded out and decided to walk over there. And this video's too long now, so to be continued. I'm sorry! These videos take seriously long to make, so be sure to like and subscribe to be notified when I upload part 2. And let me know in the comments what you guys think will happen next. I really want to thank Awkwarmental, YennieFer, and Binary Shrimp for lending me their voices. Their channels are linked in the description below. Be sure to check out their videos because they make really great stuff. I literally couldn't have pulled this off without their voices. Oh, and look, I got fan art! If you want to have yours featured, be sure to send your drawings on my Twitter. Okay, I'm gonna go sleep now, cause yeah. Subscribe.